You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. So pardon this reclined posture I'm in right now. I'm actually in the midst of doing the September Alchemy Scopes, and I'm quite fatigued, and I need to record this intro for you. So I thought, well, I might as well just do it right now. So hopefully you'll be okay with me reclining and speaking to you. Listen, there's a lot going on. As if you've been following me, you know, it's all coming. Everybody's talking about it now too. So people are clued in, you're feeling it, right? And a lot of my clients are diving. So through the narratives, their wound stories that they hold, that's part of their encoded soul print, their narrative here to mature, grow, expand, and move through in this life. But actually, you doing it is actually for the collective, right? So when we heal the whole inherently, instantaneously. That's just how it works. But a lot of people are now diving, so they're confronting. They've healed. They've done a lot of healing, and they're now diving into their bigger story. And it's the beginning. It really is like, walking on new legs for a lot of us, right? So there's a lot going on. And the reason why I wanted to say that is because, listen, for this month, many of the signs, spreads that came up are talking about further discernment that's going on. So for a lot of people out there, a lot of demographics, because again, we're tuning into the demographics, right, of these different signs, which have different energy sets, different broad storylines that they're evolving, maturing, walking, right? The deal is that this month, spread after spread, was revealing that indeed this month of September, and again, we're in eclipse season. So for those of you who follow any astrology whatsoever, you know that we're in eclipse season now, and September is imbued with the eclipse energy, which is powerful, it's potent, it's change making, it's new potential being activated, right? Now, many of the sign spreads this month did in fact come up that were, there's stuff coming up, but it's different. It's different than in previous months because it's like there's a new layer of the veil being removed. There's new crumbling happening. There's a new level of illusion of our life, of our beliefs around our life that's melting away, that's dissolving, that's cracking, that's breaking. It's being disrupted. And that disruption is creating clarity. That's what it's all for. So anything that is not held in integrity, it's a bit like the Tower card in the tarot, but I'm not saying that everybody's going to be living through the Tower. In fact, a lot of people are going to be living in a new state of empowerment and self-love and self-respect and self-dignity and resolution to walk your path. So this is not a negative month, but for those of you out there that are maybe just starting your spiritual journey and have not been walking the path for many years, you're going to have some crumbling going on. For those of you that have been walking the path and that are familiar with what's going on and you've been really feeling into the transmutation of your soul, of yourself, the frequency shift that's been activated going on for you for years now, this is just going to be another level of your clarity, of your alignment. So there's big alignment this month, everybody, okay? So breathe, connect with nature, connect with your body, turn off technology, love yourself radically. Reach out to me. If you are ready to become clear on your soul print, reach out to me. I will tell you that I am very excited because I am going to be launching a course, Learn Your Soul Print course, that's going to be very affordable. I've been really called to make this thing very participatory. So people are very key to the identification of their own soul print narratives, but I'm going to walk you through it in a video course format, and then there's going to be live sessions available for you. So I'm thrilled. In fact, what I would say to you is, if you're interested in this right now, number one, you want to subscribe to the channel. Number two, subscribe to my free e-newsletter on my website as well, because I'm going to send out an announcement when it launches there. And my website is thealchemyofholism.com. Okay, so let's move on to the reading. Let's move on to the Alchemy Scope, the multi-point Alchemy Scope this month, and we'll see what's coming up. Okay, talk to you soon. Everyone, this is a powerful month ahead for several reasons. One is, let's take a look at the new moon cycle. So as I always do, the Alchemy Scopes are always working with nature's cycles, and I'm always tapping into the narrative, the symbology. What is the storyline that is imbuing the underpinning energies of this month ahead? Now, our new moon in Virgo this month is happening actually on the first day of the month. So September 1st, 2016, at 9 degrees, 21 minutes Virgo is our new moon. Now, new moons are always powerful because it's a seeding time. It's a time to plant seeds for what you want to make manifest. This particular new moon is also a solar eclipse, so it's extra potent. It's very powerful, and it will eclipse things out of your life. So as you plant new seeds for yourself, the things that are not serving those new seeds to come will be eclipsed out. So let's take a look at the symbology. Very, very powerful, everybody. At this 9 degree, 21 minute point, the Sabian symbol is two heads looking out and beyond the shadows. Now, Dane Rudyard writes this about this particular symbol. He says, the growth of true understanding, born out of the transcendence of duality, even while immersed in the world of duality. And we can feel into that very easily. So if you imagine two heads looking out and beyond the shadows, this is clarity. This is the ability to see. It's ability to see here and there, both. So this month, as Mercury goes retrograde, the entirety essentially of this month, or the majority of September, here we are met and supported with this symbol. Indeed, this is a month of clarity, of deep clarity, of seeing the spiritual realities despite our context. So even though we're dealing with the minutia of daily life and this physical reality that we're all trudging through, there is a clarity at hand. You're able to see clearly your own life, the patterns deeper under the layers of your own life, and that of the outside world, quote unquote, outside world. Okay, so very powerful month. And again, Mercury is retrograde. So that again speaks to the mind now is going through a process of inner reflection. And indeed, it's about recalibration. So this month, for all of us, this is a storyline about recalibrating our mind's stories. Leah, welcome to your spread. So you can see here that I have this Buddha board. I'm going to be channeling some art for you today. I've already shuffled and cut the cards. The deck is beside, so we'll pull that after I do the art here. So I wait to turn on the camera until I have a form in my head, and when the initial form comes, then I turn the camera on and then just let it fly. These come very quickly. So we can see that there's like a figure, and the camera will move down here in a second. Here we go. So you can see this figure, this person, kind of stuck in mud, carrying a boulder, walking, moving forward, but maybe with some struggle, maybe with some weight, maybe with some sludge at the feet. And you can see that there's a mountain getting drawn there in the forefront. Okay, so now let's pull the cards. You have grace that's coming out. Beware. Also be aware. Emergence. Goodness. And woman. Also the feminine. So let's see what else is coming here. So grace with regards to success, glory, and victory. That's coming up in the spiritual sector, Leo, for you. Over in the emotional sector, emergence of rest, do not worry, relaxation, ease. So emotionally, the emergence of an easeful attitude. Up at the top, goodness. Down at the bottom, beware. In the middle, woman. So we'll talk about that. So in the center for you, what event, circumstance, or situation, Leo, is coming up? It has to do with a woman. The woman could be you or somebody very close to you. Okay? But there's a sense of caution around, let's say, this person. So if there's a significant woman in your life that's activating some caution for you, that's what this reading is referring to. But let's move on because something else could be coming forward here. But there's thoughts around goodness in regards to this person. Yet there's a sense or a feeling of caution. Now the caution, this beware card that's coming up at the bottom, could be that the woman is expressing caution. It could be that. But interestingly, in the spiritual sector, you have grace and success, glory, victory. So there's a sense on a very deep spiritual level for you, Leo. It's interesting because there is there's an easeful, mature state around your energy. Now, this could be, again, around this woman. So with regards to this woman in your life, that you've had some wariness around, you've had some caution around, or she's expressed some caution toward you. Now, this month, it's like you're in a state of grace around it. Your thoughts are goodness. Maybe you're thinking more positively about this person that in the past you had some wariness around. And again, you're going to have this emergence of do not worry. Like it's almost, you know what it feels like? It's like you're letting go emotionally. It's like you're choosing to let go of any burden around caution or worry. There's a woman in your life, it could be like a daughter for some of you. It could be a mother. But there's a person in your life. I don't necessarily think it's you. I started the reading thinking maybe it was you, but I don't think it is. I think it's a person in your life that you had caution around. But this month, you're putting the boulder down. Let's take a look at the artwork over to the side. This was a person trudging in mud toward a mountain that he's having to climb, and he's holding this boulder above his head. Him or her, holding this boulder, walking in mud toward a mountain. I think this month, in September 2016, it's almost like, Leo, you're going to have a realization and you're going to choose to put the boulder down. I think the caution is the boulder. So that beware card is the boulder. This reading is saying that you might have a default tendency to carry that boulder up that mountain, but the inherent guidance in this reading is you can put that boulder down. So let's move on. We'll come back and wrap this up, but let's move on now to your I Ching. So when we look at the specific event, circumstance, situation, we're looking at the reading. When I pull the I Ching, I'm looking at the underpinning narrative. So for Leo-centric people, what is your microcycle? What is the narrative theme that's unfolding? For Leo, it's about two things. One, number 54, careful affection. And that hexagram came with changing lines. And that became number 19, the approach of spring. And I have to tell you, just looking at that, careful affection and the approach of spring is about caution. So down at the bottom of that spread, we had the beware card. This is talking about a carefulness, a mindfulness with regards to new growth. This could be, this woman could be a new, you know what it could be? I mean, for some of you, you know, there's men that are interested in women that are also watching the scope. And there are gay women that are watching the scope as well. You know, this could be a love interest for some of you. That there's a woman in your life that you actually are, you like this person. There's a sense of ease around this person. You're thinking, wow, what glory in meeting this person. You're thinking all these good thoughts about this person, yet you have wariness, caution. And that could easily be coming from past relationships. So indeed, there's a carefulness with this I Ching. There's a carefulness about the approach of spring. The carefulness, the mindfulness is around new growth. You might be afraid of new growth, thus the caution. And maybe that's the boulder that you're holding, you know? Very interesting that. So let's take a look. The Dakini is an interesting one. So who are you to become this month? You're to become number 48, Algea. Now listen to this. This is what Penny Slinger writes about Algea. She contains, so Algea really is mud woman. Okay, so I'm going to read a couple pieces here. In the primal soup, where water mixes with earth, Algea replicates, creating matter. Algea is the Dakini who dwells within and activates the primal ooze of creation. That could be some of the fear coming up for some of you. This woman's activating something primal within you. So let me read a bit more. She is mud woman. She contains all microbial worlds. She contains and is host to all these microscopic beings, which are the rich soup of existence. She makes you confront your reactions of what is perceived as clean and dirty. That's her role. So you are to become Algea. And this is about you becoming the primal soup. This is about you becoming okay with the dirt, with the mud. By the way, remember the artwork that we were looking at, that figure, that man, woman, was walking through sludge, walking through mud. This is mud woman. This is about walking through mud. If you're having caution that's arising, there's some discernment that's called for you to really dive into here. What is the mud about? Is there a primal response to this woman that you're feeling that you're just scared of because maybe you're protective from past hurt from relationships? This is about getting in the mud, everybody. Leo, and I have to say, I've paid attention to the readings for the different signs over the last couple of years since I've been doing this, and Leo's had lots of, especially last year, but it's continued. You know, there's been these storylines of working with women, working with the wounds with regards to how you feel about women or yourself if you're a woman. This is about the feminine. There's deep work for Leos happening with regards to how they assess themselves, how they assess their inner feminine. It's a big deal. So I do feel that for a lot of you, this woman is a person that's entering your world, and she is evoking in you a primal response. So who are you to become? You're to match that. You're to become the mud. You're to actually get dirty. You're to actually not be so clean and tidy with your caution, your wariness, your clean walls preventing you from relationship. That's really what I'm getting for you. Beautiful. I mean, this could be a very powerful month, Leo, for you. Okay, let's move on. Hey everyone. So before I sign off for this month, I wanted to alert all of you that haven't seen my previous advertisement video that I have some offerings on the table, some tools to help clarify what's happening for you, for your soul journey over the course of this very dynamic period. So for the fall 2016, there's an offering for me to provide you a video tapping into your particular soul journey and what's unfolding for you. And there's also, I'm putting on the table now, way in advance of 2017, but for those interested in tapping into their 2017 cycle, that is also on the table now. And I will tell you that what I didn't put in the other video is right now it's at a discounted rate because it's before 2017. But once 2017 hits, or maybe even at the end of December, I don't know when I'll do it, but the price will go up. But you have many months. But I will say, for anybody now who's interested, that's on offer. And then for anybody interested in tapping into both 2016 fall and the 2017 year for them, for what's unfolding, for what is the narrative and what's the growth edge? What is it that's pulling you into a new state of being over the course of this time frame in human history? There's a special deal for both of those. Okay, so again, these are videos from me, personalized videos from me for you to help clarify what's going on in your storyline. So if you're interested in that, the link will be somehow here on the video, and the link will always be in the description below this video as well. Okay, so everybody, I'm wishing you a very empowering, self-loving, self-aligning month of September 2016. I'll see you soon.